Warning, this video contains gameplay footage from an average Dota 2 player. None of the players in this video are professionals and should not be treated as such. Use caution attempting any of these item builds or hero selections in ranked play.
Hello everybody of the internet. My name is Trypps, and here today we are going to be looking at a Nature's Prophet game that I played. Before that, real fast, we did do a stream the other day. Me and my buddy Partidor, we just started a channel on Twitch called the Noob Stream. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to bring back the style of stream that you saw at TI4, where it's more of an introductory stream where we, give reasons why certain heroes are being picked, or, try to explain a little bit about what's going on rather than watching, say, a normal game and just a bunch of pros. They're going to be using a bunch of slang or short-term things that you might not understand. We're just trying to help out some of the people who are just getting into Dota, or some of the people who, might not know what's going on, but they would love to watch some streams and be able to follow it. We had a pretty successful night the other night doing the end of the Chinese qualifiers for the Summit 2, and we had, just under 400 people, unique views come out, and it was pretty nice. We got some constructive criticism, and we're doing what we can. We're going to be casting probably the actual LAN event right now. Currently, the American qualifiers are going on, but me and Partidor, we have a little bit of stuff in our daily lives that we had to do. But if we can get some more people out on the stream, maybe we can stream a little bit more often and make it a decent part of the community. But other than that, come out, view that, look us up on the_noob_stream on Twitch, on Twitter, and we're going to be having our VODs up on YouTube as well. Enough of that, let's get back to my stuff. Like I said, it's going to be a Nature's Prophet game. Now, I know a lot of my... Oh, look, I already have these guys muted. I know a lot of my games so far have been support games, but what I really love doing is jungling. I understand that jungling isn't the most efficient after there was a little bit of a nerf to the jungle. I don't remember exactly when, but it was a little while ago. Although I do love jungling supports such as SK, Enigma, those type of supports. So position 4, if you will. The semi-support is generally my favorite role. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be playing a little bit of Nature's Prophet. Going to start off with a Ring of Basilius, and I want 2 clarities, but I didn't pick fast enough, and so I'm only going to be able to get 1. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the horn, and after the horn I'm going to wait 2 seconds and be able to get my other clarities. What I'm going to be doing with my trees here is I'm going to be scouting the runes. Just you get 2 trees to start off with your first level treants, and I'm going to go over the rune. Luckily my teammates are going to get the top rune, and then Slark comes down here and gets the bottom rune. Just in case if they did not scout the rune, I'd be able to use these little guys and basically deny the rune and attack. Unfortunately, I did end up getting only 1 tree. I must have misused my skill there. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go over to, I believe I end up going over to the large camp. And why you want to do it in the base, what you're going to do is you're going to start off with Nature's Prophet here, and you're going to cast your treants here at about, they last 60 seconds, and the first creep wave, or the first creep camp spawns at 30 seconds. So you want to do it at around 10 seconds into the game so that they will last into the first creep. And I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to start attacking this Centaur. Now, what I could do is I could spawn another set of treants right now because my cooldowns are up. But I'm not going to do that because the Centaur has this Stomp ability. And this Stomp ability, what it's going to do is if there are 3 or more units in the area, he's going to use this ability, and it's going to both stun and damage my treants, so they're not going to last as long. Also, if you look... What I'm doing here is I'm doing a little bit of micro, so I'm clicking on this guy, then clicking over here, then clicking on this guy, then clicking over here. I'm moving them in and out of the creep camp so that it's going to trade the aggro back and forth with the treants so that I can equal out the damage. Why do I do that? Why don't I just let one of them die? It's going to make one of my treants die, so I'm going to be losing out on 22 damage a hit. I'd rather have them both at a little under half health so that I have both of them attacking as long as with myself. So I'm just going to rotate over here to the medium camp, and it looks like I might have been looking around. Oh, there we go again with the micro, and there is a pause. Let's see if I can speed this up a little bit. So, I really do value the first little bit of my jungling, and I go for a second point in teleportation just in case, I scout a courier or I scout someone on the map that really, really needs help. I do try to stack this camp, but I guess I missed it by a little bit. I'm just going to finish up this camp. And at level 3, what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to get a sprout level. Let's go ahead and see if we can do a player perspective for this game. Nope. Oh, that's on Alchemist. Alright, here we go. I'm just going to move my mouse out of the way and let the action speak for itself. So, like you're going to be able to see, I'm going to start moving my trees in and out. So it's going to trade the aggro. And as soon as I cast the clarity, I do not want this clarity obviously to go off of me because I want the mana regen. I didn't explain this, but let's see if I can bring my mouse in here. What Ring of Basilius is going to do, it's going to give me damage, it's going to give me mana regen, but it's also going to give me an armor aura that you see down here. It's a bonus of 2 armor, so it's going to make my treants a little bit tankier so that while I'm in the jungle, I'm going to be able to, it looks like I wanted to get that shaman, but I didn't want to risk it. But like I said, it's going to give my treants a little bit more armor, so I can, so that they last longer, so that they do more damage, so that I can be able to attack the large and medium camps earlier in the game to increase my gold income, like the rate that I receive gold. Unfortunately, did the centaur stomp here? No. I got really close there. Now, you do count as a unit, so if you do get a little bit close, you are going to, ooh, that sniper looks juicy. You are going to activate the war stomp from the centaur. So what I'm doing here, you see my mouse, that's not me controlling the game right now. Now that's my in-game mouse that's controlling while I'm playing. What I'm doing is I'm actually searching around the map, just paying attention, because for those of you that don't know, Nature's Prophet, his second ability, teleportation, it allows you to teleport anywhere on the map you want to. Anywhere. That means in their fountain if you want to, which wouldn't be smart, but you're allowed to. It does have a larger cooldown at the very beginning, but it goes down to 20 seconds. So, and this is Sprout. What this is going to do, it's a cast point animation. That means if I wanted to cast right here on this little guy, what it's going to do, it's going to surround him in trees, and then I can therefore either right click and he's trapped for a little bit, or I can turn those trees into my own little minion treants and use them to attack him. So what I'm going here for is I obviously want boots first. You really always want boots. And I see a little fight going down here, and I'm like, alright, I could totally help out. And I do remember going in. Maybe I didn't go in just yet. But anyways, I'm going for the boots of speed, and I'm going to go for the null talisman. Null talisman for that little bit of stats. Nature's Prophet's alright. He's kind of squishy, sitting just under 600 health. But I do like the little bit of agility. Is going to give me a little bit more attack damage, or attack speed. The health is going to help beef me out a little bit, and the intellect is going to give me both right click damage and help out my mana pool. And you might say, well, if he has a teleportation skill, why do you want to pick up a town portal scroll? Well, if you teleport in to, say, kill a courier, and you're all the way on the other side of the map, they could easily just kill you. And your teleportation skill does have a 50-second cooldown at your first rank, so you don't want to get caught out. You don't want to teleport in somewhere and then either have to run back or hide for 50 seconds because you're losing out on gold, experience, and the possibility that you could just die. And, you don't want to trade yourself for a courier. While it helps out your team, okay, here I go in. Shaman does end up dying, so I go in, I help out my team. Now it's a 3v1. That's one of the biggest advantages of Nature's Prophet is you can turn any situation, if it's a 2v2, you can instantly turn it into a 3v2. You can help out your team. I see a lot of Nature's Prophets where they sit and they farm, and I'll be honest, I did do this when I first started playing Prophet. You try to farm, you try to get that Midas as fast as possible, quick. You want to get your gold up high. But with the increased cost in Midas and a little bit change in gameplay, it's not the best build. If you get, if you get a kill or a tower super early, yeah, I mean, you can go for it. It's not a bad item. It's just you don't want to focus on that item. You don't always have to go with that item. So, just another point. I didn't even see that shaman run past in the game when I was playing. But What you don't want to do is you don't want to move your treants together with the Hellbears like I did with the Centaur. The Hellbear also has a move that he's going to use when there are 3 more units. It's a clap. The clap is both going to do a bunch of damage, and it's going to reduce the damage that they take, or that they deal. So not only is it going to make my treants last a less amount of time, but they're not going to be able to do their full amount of damage. So here I have my Courier coming out. I actually have that Courier, but I don't think I bought it this game. So I'm going to go for the double null talisman. I've seen this build a lot, and it's just going to help beef me out a little bit more. You don't want to really go more than this, in my opinion. This is going to help you out a lot. It's going to give you 6 strength, 6 agility, 6 damage, and 12 intellect. That 12 intellect is going to be able to give you, I do believe, almost 200? Is it? This thing keeps coming up. So 13 times 12 is roughly around 120, 36, so 156. Yeah, so it's going to be able to give you almost a whole Nature's Call extra, which is extremely good. And I grabbed the Gloves of Haste, and you might say, well, I thought you just said Midas isn't a good idea. Well, don't you worry, I'm not going Midas. A lot of these camps, this is the Troll camp. Looks like I might be looking around. This is in player perspective, too. Looks like he missed his jump. I'm still going to come in and I'm going to say, Lifesteal, you're going down, buddy. We got SK with us. He tried to turn back and fight the Slark, but unfortunately he's going to die for it. Luckily our Pudge is going to come in. A few right clicks and a Dismember, easy kill. Instantly turn that situation from a 2v2. Luckily Pudge was coming in, and it would have been a 3v2, and now it's a 4v2. That means there are 4 heroes on our team in the bot lane, easily going to be able to kill 2 of their members who are a little bit out of position. Like I said, Nature's Prophet is an extremely strong hero in that, especially in the early game when people are a lot weaker, you should help your team. Help your team, help your team. I'm not going to say it enough because I've seen so many players who are Nature's Prophet who are extremely greedy and selfish. And what they do is they farm jungle and then they push lanes wherever their team isn't. And so it's an AFK game where they don't fight with their team. What I did here was I used my Nature's Call, my ultimate, or I'm sorry, Wrath of Nature. And what that's going to do is it's a casting animation. You can click on either a minion or a hero or something, and it's going to use the ultimate on them, and it's going to do a distinct amount of damage, and then it bounces from there across the map to every other visible attackable unit, which means if it's a minion in the lane, if it's a minion in the jungle that you have vision on, so even if your buddies on your team are fighting a jungle camp, that's why a lot of times you'll be fighting a jungle camp with a Nature's Prophet on your team, and then you'll see ability come out, and you're like, what the hell, man, you just stole a bunch of gold from me. So here I come again, bot lane, still not learning. I'm coming in, and I'm fighting you guys with my team. This is the 3rd time I've ganked, and we're just winning this lane right now. We're easily winning this lane because of their poor positioning and their lack of awareness that we have a Nature's Prophet on our team. This is the 3rd time that I've come in and gotten both kills. Not myself gotten both kills, but we've gotten both kills for our team. So, like I said, I don't know if I explained this enough, but it's going to be you cast on one hero, or a hero or a minion. It's just going to go around and it's going to bounce to every single thing on the map. I believe it's 18 times? Yep. I think that's actually with Scepter. Yeah, 16 times for normal. You can build an Aghanim Scepter on him. I would not recommend it unless you're going some weird, crazy build, like a globalization build with Ancient Apparition and Spectre and Zeus or something. But, yeah. What I'm going to be building here as far as item-wise, why I got the Glove of Haste, is I'm going to be building not a Mjolnir, Maelstrom. Maelstrom is before a Mjolnir. What this is going to do, I feel like this is where I came in and I was like, I can try to help you guys. Sprout the Shaman, but I did not want to get caught out by the Lifestealer. Just a few right clicks though, it's going to kill the Shaman. And then I saw Bane come in and I was like, no way, Jose. See you later. Why am I playing so scared right now? I feel it's because Nature's Prophet, while he is pretty strong early game, he's still extremely squishy, and he's a carry. So if you can get him into the late game, if you can get a good amount of right click damage, that was pretty awesome with the Pudge. I was like, all right, man, I'm coming in. What I did there was that I teleported back to base, and you're saying, why didn't I use my teleport ability and I could have just saved the money? Well, I wanted to teleport back to base so that I could heal up immediately and then be able to teleport out wherever I wanted without being restricted to teleport to a tower, and I would have been full health to help my team. But what I was saying was that Nature's Prophet is a pretty strong right clicker if you build the right items for him. So I'm just going to keep jungling up a little bit. And Maelstrom, I don't believe I explained it thoroughly enough. Can I open this shop item? No, I can't. I just hit. No, okay. I wanted to see if I could open the shop in-game, but unfortunately I can't. We'll be able to see it when I buy it. But what Maelstrom's going to do, it's going to give you a little bit of attack damage. It's going to give you a little bit of attack speed, which is really good because Nature Prophet's attack speed is already pretty decent, and the range is pretty good. And it's going to give you the ability to farm faster and push towers faster. Why is it going to be able to give you the ability to farm faster? Well, there's a chance on proc for Maelstrom. It's going to do 150, I believe, extra damage, and it's going to do almost a chain lightning to most of the units in that area. Now, I was looking up top, and I was like, can I come up? Can I come up? No, unfortunately, I can't. I'm not just going to TP and to die. And I'm almost done. I'm going to come in with Pudge. He's going to get a good dismember. A few right clicks, SK stun, Sprout, you're stuck. There you go, you're dead. Now that's 4 times so far, guys. 4 times in 13 minutes that I've been able to help my team. I know I'm stressing this. I know I keep repeating it, but I really feel strongly about it that Nature's Prophet is a very powerful hero that people don't use correctly. He's personally one of my favorite heroes, by the way. So I think I ended up finishing my Maelstrom with that. And now I do see a lot of people going the Blade Mail build. I don't think people understand what that build was originally created. I do pick up another TP scroll. I don't think people understand what that build was originally created for. Back when Tinker was, if you know who Tinker is, Tinker was a really strong hero. Before the nerfs. He's alright, but I don't think he's where he used to be. And what this build was oriented for was that because Nature's Prophet can TP anywhere on the map, Tinker would have Boots of Travel and be able to TP onto minions and like push random waves across the map, and he would be really hard to catch. So what you would do was you would build a Blade Mail, and then you would just TP to wherever he was marching to clear the wave, and you just sit in the march. And if you sat in enough marches, you'd be able to kill him. Or if you took enough damage from the march, the Blade Mail would reflect damage back onto him if he wasn't in base, and it would kill him. That's what that build was about, in my opinion. I mean, obviously you can use it for other things, like if somebody sees a Nature's Prophet that's been split pushing the entire game, you're just going to focus him because he's really annoying. So what we do here is I see all 4 people over here fighting. Yeah, I could have showed up. Yeah, I could have came in. But you know what? It's an objective game. Towers are way more important at this point. And Slark and I are like, let's get the tower. A few waves of Trance and a few right clicks. And unfortunately, who was this? It was the Shaman. Shaman could not push us off of the tower. We got the tier 2 at 15 minutes. That's amazing. So now I have a little under 1,300 gold, and what I'm going to go for is a Blink Dagger. Why Blink Dagger, you say? Well, there's no mana cost. It has incredible ability to, you can blink past trees, you can teleport in somewhere, and if you don't cancel your teleport in time, you can just blink out. You can just teleport in and then blink away if you cast it correctly. It's just really good at positioning, in my opinion, is like I guess what I meant. A lot of people go for Shadowblade. Shadowblade's not horrible on Nature's Prophet because it makes you extra sneaky, and it makes, it gives you a little bit more damage and stuff like that. It gives you more attack speed, but Nature's Prophet's attack speed isn't bad, especially if you get Maelstrom. It's giving you all the, I believe it gives you 25 attack speed plus 6 agility, so there you go. That's your 30 attack speed right there. I mean, that's all you really want out of the Shadow Blade, besides the invisibility and the little bit of damage. So what I'm going to do, they're not here, they're all up top. Alright, man, I guess I'm going to push your towers while you're not paying attention. And I'm just going to just gonna push with Slark. Yeah, you guys can keep fighting, keep fighting, keep fighting, but I'm just gonna push your towers, and you know, keep farming up, keep pushing towers. Oh, excuse me. I do notice them coming over at this point, and I'm like, all right, we have very little time here. They could jump on us, and I dip out. I'm like, all right, see you, man, later. Slark wants the tower. He's gonna get it. I still have a few little treants, and Slark does get it. He uses a shadow dance. There's nothing they can do, and he tries to get out. I do think he ends up getting cornered here. I went back and I was like, can I help him? Can I help him? Unfortunately not. He walked right into the Requiem. I'm pretty sure he took the full amount of damage you could possibly take, and he dies. And now they're there, and I'm doing the exact opposite, teleporting across the map and pushing the towers. Now, I realized that I said I don't like the Nature's Prophets who don't help their team and teleport across the map. But if you've been paying attention, that's not exactly what I meant. I meant that don't help their team at all. I did do during the laning phase. I did gank. I did 4 ganks, and now I'm pushing towers. If I had a chance to jump into the team fight where it would work out, of course I would be there. Of course I would teleport in. But I'm not going to teleport in just to show up to a team fight that we're already losing if there's no way possible that we're going to win it. It would just be suicide, basically. So, a few people teleport in here. I can sense them coming. Just a little bit of game map awareness. And I'm going to see you guys later. Did I stay here? Oh, yeah, I guess I stayed here because my whole team was here. But yeah. And then, oh yeah, this is where I saw the courier come in, right click, just got him, and then I'm like, oh crap, I might die, so I snuck in the woods here. It's good to know all of the juke spots. Blinked away, bought a TP scroll, and ended up selling my Null Talisman. Or my Basilius. I actually could have just traded it. I could have just swapped it out and traded it and then got it back when I was here. But I did want the space for another TP scroll. Now, this is a little bit greedy. I don't know if I would have agreed to this, but I am pretty far ahead right now, and I'm starting to look at the pattern for Boots of Travel so that I don't have to keep buying TP scrolls. But, I mean, you know, saw my team here, saw the Shaman, easy kill the Shaman, trap the Shadow Fiend. He tried to hook the Shadow Fiend. I did, unfortunately, put the trees there, but I don't think it was necessary to get the hook. I'm going to follow him, and Pudge is going to be able to get him after I sprout him. So, you know, it's pretty good disables. I'm glad that Pudge had the blink. Pudge was able to follow up with me. And after we get a few pickoffs, I'm just going to wait for my treants to pop up, or to come off cooldown, and then we're just going to continue to push. And that's why I love Nature's Prophet. He's an extremely mobile hero. He's able to push really hard. He's able to disable, and he does pretty decent damage. Just right-click damage. He has good range. And I mean, come on, he's like the master of the trees. And what I'm doing here with this is that I'm pushing, and I'm using one of my treants to scout out that little bit of the enemy jungle that I do not see because we don't have the wards up. I just wanted to make sure that nobody's coming. Now, I do know that micro can be hard for some people, but what I have it set to is I have 1 set to my hero, so that when I hit 1, it's going to select my hero, and I'm going to be able to use any of my abilities. Oh, excuse me, I'm yawning. I'm going to be able to use any of my abilities or anything from my inventory, and I do pick up my Boots of Travel here. And then when I hit 2, it's going to select every other unit that I own, which means my treants in this situation. And if I want to, say, select one of my treants to get out and go scout, I just click on him and use that. Just click on him and just put him wherever I need him. And then what you can do is you take your mouse and you click and you drag, and there will be a box that appears. and you just click and you drag over whatever units you want to select. Say if I had 4 treants out, and my hero's standing next to him, I send 1 treant out to scout, and once he leaves the area, I click and drag, and I'll be able to select myself plus the other 3 treants, and then either I use A, click, which means move to this area, and if there's anything between you and where I click, you're going to attack. So that's how I use to push my treants up a lane without myself being in them, or being with them rather. But to continue my key bindings, 1 was myself, 2 was everything else, and 3 is everything included. So 3 would be all of my treants and myself. So what I like to do on Nature's Prophet is you push a lane, and then you select all your treants, maybe after 1 or 2 waves, and then you send the treants off to push the lane. Now what you don't want to do, sometimes I don't always do this, sometimes I do let my treants push to their death. Do I teleport? Yeah, I end up teleporting in here. And I try to right click this lifesteal, and then Pudge dies, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna die. So I blink out, see you later. And that's actually a situation where I might have died, and I use my treants to push them off of myself, focus my treants, and then I'm looking for a situation. Can I come in? Can I come in? Slark's back, and I try to get this life stealer, but I think I end up dying here. Yep, unfortunately I do die. And this was extremely, I think maybe a little bit salty, greedy of me, and I knew that they were all 3 on the other side of the map, so I bought back and I tried to push with this alchemist. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. I was being chased by Shadow Fiend. And I died back. That was, watching that back, that was tough to watch. That was tough to watch. So that was one huge mistake from me. I got a little bit greedy, a little bit salty, and was completely not worth it. I just died twice in a row. And wasted a bunch of gold. Not much else to say about that situation. So I'm going to have to, sit here and wait for 30 seconds. But if I can stop yawning, maybe I'll talk. So what do you build from here? If you're going to push Necronomicon, if they have invisible heroes, Necronomicon. If you are fighting a lot, maybe a sheep stick. If they have extremely strong armor and you're pushing, wow, that was a bad hook. Maybe not diffuse, Desolator. TP in here. He got dusted, and although you think, hey, maybe they didn't need you there. All right, they didn't need me, but look, now I'm here, and now I can push the rest of the wave. And I really wanted my team to be with me here. And I said, we picked off the sniper, let's push. Keep pushing, man. Keep pushing. Keep damaging this tower. But they are being resistant. Here comes the Shadow Fiend again. I think he's going to try to get off a big Rec Room. And that's another good thing for the Blink Dagger. I tried to sit myself in the trees, but then I realized that that's probably not a good idea. Blinked out, ran up here, blinked away, teleported home. This is something you don't want to do. You don't want to feed them your treants, because your treants do offer both experience and a little bit of gold. So it's helping them out, actually. And I see the courier here, and I'm like, ooh, tasty courier. I want the courier. I don't know if I actually go for this one. Couldn't help him out there. So what happened there was, as soon as Lifestealer's rage ended, which makes him magic immune, I knew that he was going to be at low health, and I casted my ultimate because I could see him, and I just killed him. Pretty easy. And this is how you find your gold. You don't need to be farming the jungle. You need to be farming the opposite lanes where the enemy team is not. And then if your team needs you in a team fight, you're going to push, or you're going to show up after you get done pushing. It looked like Pudge actually hooked a shaman there, and I could have helped him. Now, like, rewatching the game, you see things that you might not have paid attention to while you were actually in the game, but I did see that. Now, what I'm doing, I do know that I did say you're not supposed to feed your treants, but like I said, I don't always pay attention to them after I do push them, or push with them. And what I try to do is I try to get a little bit of nick damage on the tower after tower after tower after tower, because a little bit of damage goes a long way. I did think about going sheepstick here because there was a lot of fighting going on, but at the same time, I realized that our alchemist was doing very poorly. I don't know if he was lagging or if he was just new to the game himself, but he was doing pretty poorly. So I did feel like I might just have to split push. I didn't want to teleport right in on top of the lifestealer because I didn't want to die. So looks like he backed off anyways. Did the sniper? I wonder if the sniper ended up dying here. Yeah, he did. Okay. And unfortunately, Pudge was playing a pretty aggressive there. There was 4 people there. And I did see the courier. Okay, I'm going to go for this one. And this is what you can do. This is what you can do as Nature's Prophet. This is like one of his biggest strengths is that if you see a courier, they did, I think, I just saw another courier. I do remember them saying they had like 4 couriers. But, oh gosh. Did I die here? I think I might have died here. No, I blinked away. Alright. But, yeah, like I said, that's a really good strength of Nature's Prophet, is that if you see a courier and you see most of the enemy team outside of the base, you don't want to obviously teleport into a base you're just going to get killed in. But if you do see a courier, what it's going to do, it's going to give you 150 gold for every member on your team. It's going to give 150 to Alchemist, it's going to give 150 to Slark, so on and so forth. So it's helping your team out a lot. And they're going to be down for, I believe it's 2 or 3 minutes-ish. Their courier. So imagine games that you've been in where there's no courier and how bad it hurts to, you're losing out on experience and gold time by walking back to base. What if you don't have a teleport scroll? You're not going to be able to get that item. So either you just say, I'm not going to be able to get that item. Did I end up? I don't think I ended up showing to this because Alchemist went down and Slark ran away. Oh, I did show up. I tried to kill this Shadow Fiend. Did they end up? Oh, I was thinking about buying back. But Lifestealer took out a lot of them. So it was quite unfortunate. That was a team wipe. And this is where the game, I think, starts to look a little grim for us. XP is way on the dire side. Gold is... I think I've been keeping the gold pretty even. We've been up pretty high. I'm checking the towers. Seeing what one is taking the most damage because that's the one that I'm going to try to push. Husky Courier. Let's take a look at some item builds. Maybe we can talk. Game's going a little bit slow. Let's see if we can talk about some item builds. Alchemist. I do love the Maelstrom. It's going to help him farm a lot. It's going to help him with his attack speed because Alchemist has incredible attack speed when he's in his ultimate form. The more attack speed you build, the faster he's going to attack. He really does have a low attack speed animation. I think it's called an attack point or something. I don't know the exact term for it right now. But what that means is when you swing and then your backswing, and that time, that's how many attacks you're going to get off. So the more attack speed you have, the more attacks you're going to be able to get off because he has a lower attack cast point. So it takes him less time to actually attack and backswing to ready himself for the next attack. Slark, I do like the Shadow Blade a little bit, but I like Blink Dagger more. Why do Slarks go Shadow Blade? Because of his ultimate. If you are invisible to the enemy team, you will be able to get all of your regeneration from your ultimate. Now, if you are invisible and then they dust you, you do lose that invisibility, or you do lose that regeneration. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to be pushing these are my Necro units. I'm going to be pushing into this tower, nick damage, taking what I can. What was I looking at? The armor, or this Pudge. Force Staff, Blink Dagger, Hood of Defiance, all good stuff. I do really love Tranquils on Pudge because of his Rot. His Rot does not activate Tranquils because this is when you are right-clicked or when you right-click someone else. That counts for minions as well. So his Pudge's Rot does not activate this, so you do get the 12 HP regen while you are still rotting. He does go Blade Mail because as Pudge you're probably focused a lot. Sand King was buying wards, so Blink Dagger Arcanes is awesome for him, and this is my build so far. I've explained it. I'm just going to go Necro 3 because it's going to give you a lot of mana. I can't think of the word right now. You're gonna take a lot of their mana away from them. I can't think of the word for some reason. And it's gonna give you invisibility detection. A true sight. You're gonna be able to see invisible units. Shadow Shaman, Yule Scepter is really popular right now because of the bonus movement speed, the intelligence, which is going to give him right-click damage, increase his mana pool and mana regen, and the actual mana regen on the item. Bracer, so that he's a little bit more tanky because he has a squishy, slow support. Arcane Boots, obvious. It's going to give you more mana. Ogre Club, it looks like he might be building into a BKB because of Bane's casting. He is targeted a lot with stuns because his ultimate is really strong. It's going to hold you in place, but he does have to channel it. Power Treads, obviously for these three, all right-click damage. Daedalus, going to give him crit. BKB because he also has a channeling animation. Shadow Blade's going to give him invisibility, which I don't agree with on Shadow Fiend. It's going to give you the chance to get in position better, but to each his own. I really don't find Shadow Blade a good item just because it's countered easily by sentries or dust. It's going to give him a stun, more attack speed, and a buff that's going to make you not want to attack him. More armor, or more health, attack speed. Aegis, obvious. Mask of Madness, attack speed, Shadow Blade, dumb, and Chrysalis is going to be crit for you. I took a little bit of time doing that, but this game is a little bit longer and the action starts to slow down a little bit. They did end up taking Roche, so we're kind of pushed in the area where we just need to farm for a little bit. Am I on the Shaman for some reason? Yeah, I am. Okay, back to me. So I'm going to teleport in, keep doing the same thing over and over, farming the lanes, and this is going to increase my gold by a lot because a lot of people find, I have said this before, but a lot of people think that if you're in the jungle, you're going to be safe. Yeah, you're safer, but you're also earning less gold and less experience. The lanes are where the gold and experience is at. That is where you want to be farming. The jungle is okay for only a few reasons. If you cannot get to the lane, if the lane is pushed up, let me see if we get some right-click damage on this Lifestealer. He does have the Aegis, I do believe. So fighting him was a little bit useless. Oh, that BKB. Who ends up eating that? I think Alchemist ate that. Yeah, Alchemist was a little bit out of position. I think he had good intentions. I think he tried to run in and help his team, but we were on the out. We were saying, me and Slark were like, all right, we're out of this. Like, this is not a good fight. We're just gonna get out. But unfortunately, he went in not noticing what we were doing and died. But what was I talking about? I do not remember. I was talking about lanes in the golden experience. Oh yeah. The reason to farm jungle, if there's stacks, if you have support stacking jungle camps for you and you clear like 3 to 4 stack camp of large camps, hell yeah, go for it. It's going to give you a ton of experience and a ton of gold in just one little short instance. But if you're sitting there and you're farming one camp over and over and over again, your gold is going to level off at about, I think it's around 400 gold per minute-ish. Depending, I mean, unless you're like an anti-mage or something and you can blink and blink and blink, and getting around to the extra camps is going to be extremely fast for you. But the lane, I feel like, offers a lot more experience and gold. And I do believe I see another courier here. At least I see it on myself. Do we end up? No, but I think Lifestealer ends up killing me here. Yep. Oh, I think the wards actually killed me. Both these guys got away with so little health. Loses the Aegis for almost no reason. They did get a tower out of it, but that was a really dumb reason to die for that. I think I'm watching them trying to... I'm dead. Yeah, so I can't do anything. We do end up losing our bot racks here, and we're thinking, alright, that's the end of it. It's a little, it's over, really. Like, what can we do? But, never give up, never surrender. That's what I always say. Unless, well, there's you know when to hold them and know when to fold them, if you know what I mean. But you gotta keep your head high and give it all you got most of the time. So at this point, I'm like, alright, I can't really push into their base yet. I don't have a Desolator or anything to break their armor on their towers. But I do see this Bane, and he's looking pretty juicy. Looks like there's no one around here. I'm gonna teleport in. And I don't teleport in right in front of him because he's going to be able to see my teleport cast animation. I do cast my Trance and my Necronomicon, and they're just going to take care of him. This is exactly what I was hoping he would do, was to try to ult me. I don't know why he would try to use his Q, which is going to lessen my right-click damage, and then ult me on top of that, because I'm not going to be right-clicking him. But Sniper was there, tried to ult me. Unfortunately, he didn't get it. Lived just a little bit. And now we're in a 40-minute game with, they have 3 carries. Shadow Fiend is pretty good late game. Lifestealer is extremely good late game. And Sniper's up there as well. Sniper's, a lot of people think Sniper is a pretty noob hero, but a 6-item Sniper is not, he's not one to mess around with. I'll be able to kill you before you get in, you know, sight range of him. And this is where the game gets, I know I've said this the past 10 minutes probably, it's still a little bit slow. But, just gotta keep farming up. What it's gonna take at this point is, we have 1 racks down. It's gonna take probably either a good team fight, and we wipe them and push up mid, or it's gonna take them pushing all forests into 1 tower, and myself and maybe someone else on the other side of the map going, okay, while you're pushing our towers, we're going to backdoor you and push your tower, and hopefully the rest of our team can hold off our base, and we don't lose anything, So basically, maybe if we lose 1 or 2 people and we get their towers, it'd be a good trade, because we did lose, a hero or 2, but they did die for a good cause. End up getting the Desolator here. Now what a Desolator does is going to add a bunch of damage, but it's also going to reduce the armor. It's not so good as the later the game goes, because people are getting more armor, and so it's lessening. Basically, it's getting less powerful and less powerful. It's always good. I mean, it's all right, because obviously it's going to let you do more damage. But the main reason why I buy it on profit is that it's going to make the towers take more damage. That means more damage from everything. And that includes I think it's 5 Treants right now, and 2 Necronomicon units, plus any minions that are in the wave. So it's really good on profit if you're pushing towers. And now I do see them all at the bottom of the base, and what they're doing right now is almost pointless. Unless they're going to push our throne and go right for the win, they're pushing an empty lane. They've already got the barracks in that lane. So why are they there? Why are they not pushing mid? Unless they rotate it either mid or they're going to push the throne, I think they're wasting their time. I do try to push this tower, and Shadow Fiend catches me, so unfortunately I do have to back off, because he does do a lot of damage to me. And at this point, I'm thinking like, oh god, maybe it's all over. But Pudge gets a kill on Bane, and Sniper tries to kill me, but once again just falls short. And our team is able to push them out of the base. And this is exactly what I meant. They're pushing a lane, and we're able to keep them off of our base. Maybe lose, 1 tower or something, which isn't good. And I'm not saying it's good, but it's, as long as we're trading, we're going to be able to inch our way back into the lead. Now, we were really far ahead here. Had Alchemist played his best, I'm not saying he didn't play his best, I'm saying had he had a better score and did better overall, we would have been able to push our advantage. But unfortunately, he fell short a little bit, and all of the stuff that we did early in the game, they caught up to us. So now that it's later in the game, we're going to actually have to work for our win. Slark's going to be able to take out this Shadow Fiend, and that's why a Basher is excellent on Slark, because it's going to be able to A, hold someone in place while you steal their stats, and B, if they have a channeling animation like that, they're going to be able to go through it, and Bash does go through BKB, so even if someone BKBs, you can still stun them through that. And they do have an open lane of racks up here, so basically what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to look for an opportunity to push their racks when they're not there, or push their racks when we are able to win a fight. They had 3 people down there, and he fought 2 supports. I'm wondering if I could actually TP it in there. This is my perspective, so I wasn't looking at that at the time, but just a thought in the back of your head. This is why it's really good to review your replays, because you might say, okay, next time I play Prophet and they have a lane of racks open and one of my teammates is there, maybe I shouldn't just think, oh, he's just going to dive in and die. Maybe I should pay attention. Maybe I should give him a chance and have confidence in him. But you never know. It's not that you can live in what ifs. I always say don't live in what ifs. You don't know, what if I would have pushed that lane? What if I would have done this? You don't know, because that didn't happen. You can't base your analysis off of that. You have to base your analysis off of, next time I'm going to give my opponent or my teammate a chance, and next time that he goes in 1v2, when there's an open racks, maybe I'll be able to win the fight and then push the racks and get it. And next time that happens, if you go in and you die, okay, well then it didn't work. I gave it a chance, it didn't work. And that's how you learn. I just saw the sniper kill my Necronomicon unit and take a big burst of damage. Now those are another unit you don't want to feed away, which unfortunately I did not separate from it because at this point in the game I really wanted chip damage. I didn't really care about any gold that they were achieving. But in normal situations, especially early on in the game, you don't just want to feed away those minions because they were worth a decent amount of gold. Lifestealer actually just ran right past me and I could have died there. It's funny. I do believe I see them down in Roche, fighting over Roche, and this is my chance. Unless they TP somebody back, I'm gonna take these. I'm definitely gonna take these racks. And what I want to do is I'm gonna run past these, and I see Bane TPing in. All right, I'm out. Just not even gonna give it a chance, and they're gonna have one less person at Roche for my team to deal with. Unfortunately, he hooks a Necronomicon unit. And this is one of those games that looks pretty tooth and nail. And look how fast I'm destroying these barracks just because of my Desolator. And because I'm pushing top, I'm forcing a lot of people back. And I think I'm able to kill the top barracks with my minions. And it looks like I almost killed Sniper again with the Necronomicon unit. So the only thing I'm afraid of here is that the later in the game it goes, the later the better their carries are going to do. But also, it's also giving Alchemist a little bit of time to catch up because he did have a poor early game. So I see Slark go on the Shadow Fiend here. Shadow Fiend goes invisible. Slark had Dust, and we're able to pick it up. And that was an amazing hook from that Pudge. Able to disable the Lifestealer through his through his Rage, because his Dismember does go through Rage, so does Hook. He did have the Aegis, but we're able to have all of our team members around here. SK is going to get an excellent stun. Lifestealer was not allowed to Rage beforehand, and this is where they messed up really hard, because that Sniper, he thought he had killed me and turned back around to run away from the rest of my team, but didn't, and I was able to escape. I don't remember why they paused here. I think they might have paused here just to talk shit to people. And I was about to build. I think I do end up getting my sheep stick here, actually. I don't know for sure. But different minute, same idea. Push, 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 push. And now my team is up here and we can secure these racks. And what I hope to do with this is that I hope that they are going to fight elsewhere and allow me to push these racks, or push with me and allow me to kill the racks so much faster. Shadow Fiend looked like he tried to jump in there. I think he was Shadow Bladed, but what he did not realize is that when he died, he actually dropped his Gem of True Sight, so we were able to see him. Shadow Shaman also jumps in the rings. I don't know why he did that, but... And we're able to get their top towers, or top racks. And, oh, actually, I didn't even notice that when I was playing, but what happened there was the Maelstrom tick killed a Necronomicon unit, and the damage got me. Here comes Sniper again. He doesn't know how to do math, so he actually did not do the calculations that I would not have died from that. And I pushed with Alchemist to get their bottom racks as well. And now they have 2 racks down, and we have 1. So this is putting us back on the game, and the rest of my team was able to push down their mid racks. So now we have Mega Creeps, and that is basically the check. That is good game, sir. Unless they pull off something amazing, wipe our entire team and push down our throat while we're all dead with no buybacks, But if you can see up here, we all do have well, the 3 that are dead do have buybacks. So yeah, this is just about game for us. So this is a pretty good example of a game that started off really good. We unfortunately threw a little bit in the mid game, and it did take a little bit of farming and pushing and pushing and pushing and catching them when they were, when they had their pants down when they were elsewhere. And I was able to apparently, I was able to push their racks and work with my team to not give up. And I do pick up the sheep stick here. And now what we're going to do is just look for an opportunity to finish him off. This is just, bullet in the leg, and now we just need to chop off the head. Finish the job. They're going to try to push our mid racks here, but they're not going anywhere. They don't got Aegis, they don't got nothing. Just going to right click this life sealer down. Give them the good old few right clicks, and I don't even know if I end up using my sheep here. Looking for a good opportunity to jump in the base. They get our mid tower, but I don't think we care a little bit. I don't think we care at all about that. Bane's up here, and I'm thinking, should I TP in? Should I 1v1 these guys? But I think it'd be a lot safer to just push with my team, let the side lanes push in. Lifestealer bought back, but I don't think it's going to do anything. Especially since the sniper just died, but the sniper does have buyback if you look up there. For anyone that doesn't know, this is what no buyback looks like, and that was what buyback looked like. It's this symbol, but it has a golden trim around it because you have the gold to buy back. Gonna create some trance here, help out with our pushing power, and Shadow Fiend's looking around trying to get an advantage on us, but we really don't care too much. I ended up dying. But I had enough gold so where I bought back, and yeah, that's about it. That's all she wrote for that, because they have 3 members down. Bane did buy back, but I don't think he's going to much do anything. I'm going to focus on killing towers, because it is objective gaming, ladies and gentlemen. It is all about the towers. No matter what anybody says, I've won games with 10 kills to 40 kills. And after a long 55-minute game almost, it's finally over, and we won. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, help me kind of work on my casting a little bit. I'm helping Parted or Cast, like I said, over on the Noob stream on Twitch, and anything you can help me out with would be awesome. I'm new to this, constructive criticism is always welcome. Flaming, if you want to flame me, go ahead, man, you're another viewer. But like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Follow me on the Twitters. Helps me out, guys, a bunch, and I will see you again on another day.